Good morning, everyone. It's hanging out between 5:30 and 6 a.m. Hanging out here outside the Top Diner on a Saturday morning, and I just want to do a quick review. And like the title of the article, the headline in the article says, this artist literally, in my opinion at least, just created an entirely new genre of art and painting. And by creating an entirely new genre in the headline, what I mean is Cheryl Elmo. I viewed her work at the Bethlehem House Gallery holiday exhibit opening last night. And walked into the room, looked at one of her paintings, yeah, okay, average, no big deal, give it a quick glance. Walked away, checked out the rest of the exhibit, walked back in and looked at another one of her paintings, only I looked at it much closer this time. And looking at it closer, initially I thought it was just okay, just, kind of like abstract watercolors, no big deal. I swear 20 minutes ago I could have ripped this thing out, and I could rip this thing out with no traffic. Anyway, look, I went back in and I was like, I just saw, colors blended together and everything, but looking closer, I actually saw figures in the painting, almost like they were kind of hidden. They're kind of hidden at your first glance. So like, all right, the one painting of the three ladies, which you see, really just caught my attention. The way she did it, their expression, the way they were standing, etc. So I decided to look around the room, and I was like, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, at one point along the one wall, it was actual more real life, only on a deeper level. And what I say on a deeper level is there were two old men sitting side by side. There was what I initially took as, okay, a painting to represent the homeless, immigrants, whatever, and I later found out that was actually done on the tube in London. It was inspired by her riding the tube in London. Now, thankfully, Mrs. Elmo was there, and I had a chance to like I said. And I actually a chance to have a lengthy conversation with her, thanks to her patience, and thank you for her time. And when I start talking to her, it's like, I said, yeah, I mentioned about, really noticing the figures and everything. And the more we talked, the more, I looked at her and said, she said, yeah, she gets her ideas and inspirations from, being out and observing life, observing people. And I said, okay, well, do you pre-plan what you want to do, or is it just kind of like take on a life of its own? She said all of her paintings are just a very rough sketch, but every single dot, every single color is completely and totally put at that spot intentionally. So it's not nothing, even though there does appear a lot of randomness, it isn't. Everything is intentional in her paintings. So again, as we were talking, I looked at, and as she was explaining her process and and everything, I just said, told her I'm straight photojournalism, and I listened to her, and I looked back over to her art, looked at her, went back and forth, and I was like, and I told her point blank, I said, you literally just came up with an entirely new genre of art, because I said this is photojournalism only in like oil, acrylic, watercolor, only in painting. And what I mean, and we're actually seriously trying to come up with the term of the actual genre name for it, because she said that to the best of her knowledge, she's the only artist in the world that does this style. And I said, I've done a few hundred art exhibit openings, including now Philadelphia and one or two in New York that have hit some local galleries up there. And I literally have not seen anything like this. So it just, I mean, even thinking back on, you know, having the conversation with her, and just in general looking, you know, thinking back on her amazing work. I mean, it is photojournalism and capturing the moment meets painting and art. I don't know if you would call that artistic photojournalism, artistic journalism, you know, photo painting, whatever. But this is one artist that you definitely have to experience, because like I said, I truly believe that she is creating, and she has created, an entirely new genre in art, and I hate to say it at times, that is desperately needed. Cheryl Elmo, if you're in the Lehigh Valley at all in the next for the next 3 months, which you might be for the holidays, stop by Bethlehem House Gallery over on Main Street. Go to her website, check her out. I will be, you know, I actually requested in advance to, you know, can I send you a few interview questions, and just check out her truly amazing work, and see if you agree with me and with both of us that about creating a new genre of art. Her work just, seriously, I'm talking right now, it's probably pushing 10 hours since I viewed it, and thinking back on it, it just really still blows me away 10 hours later. So definitely, please go to her website, check out this amazing artist. And I apologize if I was a little long-winded and hesitated at times. It's been a long 2 days. And don't forget, everyone, thanks to the sponsors page, hey, support those people and businesses, because without them, you know, I say it at the end and I mean it, without them, their financial support for the magazine, it couldn't happen. None of this could. And to everybody out there, thank you for all your support, because without you, I'd just be wasting my time, honestly. Michael Phoenix on an early, mid to late, coming up on late October, mid-October, Saturday morning, standing outside Top Diner, very tired, I admit it. And do what I did last night. Yeah, it was work for the magazine. Take some time out and also enjoy life with your family, friends, and take some time out for yourself. You got to recharge your batteries and take it. You never know where things may lead. Stay safe, everyone.